Double Vision. Hey everybody, welcome back. We've got another Double Vision. I'm Joe. This is Double Vision. Double Vision. Where Tom gives his take, and then I give my take. Remember to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, and of course here, YouTube. Hey, welcome back to Drunker the Sun's Double Vision. And last week, I didn't allude to what I was going to talk about at all. Much like Tom doesn't when he does Double Vision, because I think, quite frankly, he doesn't know what he's going to do. But last week, I knew what I was going to do. And to set this up, let's go back to a short we did a couple months ago. Let's listen in.
Or,
It has no mailbox in the title.
I don't think it does either. It's probably something that just let you know that it's about time. I think it's called like a Notebook, ain't it?
No, the Notebook's Nicholas Sparks. I know that.
Oh, I don't know that one either. 'Cause I ain't seen that one either. I just hear it all the time. It's got to be a Notebook because I've heard it everywhere.
Because it's not the mailbox.
It's not the mailbox. It's a Notebook. And Sandra Bullock movie. Because I don't know any other movie that they're in.
Man, what the hell is that? I think
It's something like that. Like, no, it's not the Notebook. I don't know why, but I've never watched that movie. And I swear to God, it pops in my head all the time. I'm like, what is the Notebook?
I like it.
The Notebook?
Yeah.
That's right. We're going to watch The Notebook and give a review of the movie The Notebook. Now, that movie came out a while back. Like, a while back. Like, I don't even remember. I got it here somewhere, but I have no idea when it came out. Mid-2000s, maybe 2004. 2004 could be right. I don't know. Based on a book by Nicholas Sparks called The Notebook. The Notebook stars Ryan Gosling, hot man, Rachel McAdams, hot-ass woman, James Gardner, the original Maverick, back before they redid it with Mel Gibson, and some chick named Jean Rowland. No idea who she was until I watched this movie. She could have been in other shit. I don't know. I'm not a fan. Well, I can't say I'm not a fan. I just didn't know about her. Anyways, the movie chronicles this love story between two people, which is being read by an old man, James Gardner, to Jean Rowland, the old woman. Well, the two characters in this love story are called Noah and Annie. And at the beginning, this Noah guy, I'll tell you what, if anyone looks like a rapist, it's Noah. Because that motherfucker's doing all kinds of shit that's going to land him a restraining order in this day and age. If he tried to do that stuff to date a woman today, he would be in jail. They would lock him up so fast, it's not even funny. Because the dude's borderline fucking crazy. But after he, hounds this Annie enough, he tricks her in a date, right? They go watch a movie with some friends. I guess they fall in love, and they're having this amazing love story over the summer, right? Like, they're hanging out and whatever, and they wind up fucking in this old mansion. Like, that's cool. They fuck. And by the end of it, he goes and meets Annie's parents. Well, I'll tell you right now, folks, Annie's parents are a bunch of fucking rich douchebags, right? Annie's mom is a cunt, and Annie's dad reminds me of that guy from Gone with the Wind. He's got the mustache and everything. If he said, Annie, I don't give a damn, he'd be the same guy. He just seems like, oh, I'm so rich type shit. Like, because they're a rich family. And Noah, on the other hand, he's a poor guy. He's a poor family. So, come to find out, Annie's going to school in another state. And it breaks the relationship apart. And after that, war breaks out. I think it's World War II. I don't know. Judging from the oldness of the people, I think it's supposed to be World War II. So, Noah gets drafted. Annie volunteers as a nurse. And she's looking for Noah, thinking he's going to show up as one of the half-dead guys that show up. He never shows up. But she does meet this douchebag, played by an actor that I've seen in all kinds of shit. I don't know his name, but half the time he's some kind of pushover or he's some kind of douchebag. In this, he's a rich douchebag. And Annie's family's all about it. Annie's family loves rich douchebags because that's who they are. A bunch of rich douchebags and cunts. So, Noah goes to war. His best friend gets killed. He comes back. Well, his dad sells his house and property to help Noah buy this house he banged Annie in at the middle of the movie. It's a long fucking movie. It's just over 2 hours. And, so he gets this house. He remakes it exactly how Annie thought that she would have it remade. Right? He fucking puts everything he's got into this house. Well, as fate would have it, he winds up seeing Annie. She's back in town eventually. And oh shit, he gets her to come over and they hang out. They reconnect away. She tells him that she's engaged to this motherfucker and shit. And she just was in town for, I don't know why she was in town. But they wound up hanging out for a little bit. And then it explodes. She's like, why didn't you contact me? Why the fuck didn't you try to reach out? Turns out he did. Turns out he wrote Annie every day for an entire year. And guess what? Her cunt mom hid all the letters. Like, she's a fucking cunt, dude. She's all about fucking money. Her family's all about fucking money, it comes across. Right? So they have this big fight like they did back in the day because that's all they did was fight anyways. And they fuck in the same building, but they fucked for the first time like, who knows, years ago. Right? And she's engaged, mind you. She's engaged to douchebag. The only thing I can think of is calling him Teddy, but that's his name in Westworld. So I don't know what his name is. We'll call him Teddy for this. So she fucks Noah and goes back to Teddy and tells him about it. By the end of it, she winds up with Noah. And well, the story is being told by James Garner, right? He's reading this story out of a notebook to this elderly lady. Come to find out, if you didn't catch on, which is pretty fucking obvious, that James Garner, Maverick, and Gene Rowland are Noah and Annie. Older versions. So, what happens is that Annie wind up getting dementia or Alzheimer's in her old age, right? And she had written this story of their love book and given it to Noah on some anniversary, some wedding, something. It shows in a movie, I can't remember. But he reads that book to her every day for the off chance that his wife, the love of his life, will remember him. She does, briefly, like any person with that disease does. They'll recollect for a moment and then they'll lose themselves, which leads to the saddest moment of the entire fucking movie when James Garner cries. Old man fucking crying on screen is one of the hardest things to take. And I'll tell you what, he does a good old man cry. It's one of the best I'd seen. And oh my god, the whole movie essentially is sad. Like, because they break up, they wind up reconnecting, only for her to get dementia, and then he hangs on and hangs on until they both fucking die in the same bed after he reads the story one day. It sucks. It's not something you're going to want to watch over and over again, but as far as a love story goes, I really think it's one of the better ones. It's one of the better ones I've seen. I mean, it's far better than the Lake House. That Lake House was stupid. Like, time-traveling mailbox? What the fuck? Now, The Notebook, that is a good love story, but it's sad as fuck. And it's not something you're going to want to watch over unless you want to torture yourself over and over again, because it's sad. So, that's, when it comes to the quality, the end of the movie, like, I feel like on a scale of 5 beers, I would probably give it 3.5 beers out of 5. Yeah, 3.5 beers out of 5 is what I'd give it. So, with that being said, I'll leave it at that. I hope Tom watches it because it's a good movie overall. It does run a little long, I'll admit to that. But I hope Tom watches it. I hope he tears it apart. I hope it's hilarious. Or I hope he likes it. Because he might cry. It's a sad fucking movie. And I do tear up there at the end when that old man hits crying. Oh my God. James, Maverick, stop it. Can't cry like that on screen, man. You're fucking everybody up. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed my review of The Notebook. I give it 3.5 out of 5 beers. And I'll see you next time. This is Double Vision. Hey everybody, welcome back. We've got another Double Vision. I'm Joe. This is Double Vision. Double Vision. Where Tom gives his take, and then I give my take. Remember to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, and of course here, YouTube.